Okay. We're starting a new section. We're going, I think it's about time we got back to some Qigong. And we're going into advanced Qigong using basic Three Circle Standing Qigong stance. More advanced because once you learn your basic Qigong, your Three Circle Standing Qigong, and you know your physical movements there. Okay, I know the physical movements. You're still not really doing Qigong. It's exactly the same as Taiji. When you first start Taiji, you're doing 99% physical, 1% Qi. And as you progress, that ratio changes until finally you don't even have to do form anymore. You simply do Qigong. And it's 99% Qi and 1% movement. And it's exactly the same with Qigong. Only Qigong, because it's much more, well, with hardly any movement, of course. There's a lot of movement internally, but none externally. And your Three Circle Standing Qigong is like the king of all Qigongs. It's my belief that there are a lot of other Qigongs, of course, which work, and they are excellent, and a lot of them come from Taiji, and the ones that come from Taiji are excellent. But there are a lot of other different, like flying goose Qigong, and pooping donkey Qigong. People have invented ironing your shirt, yes, or washing the windows Qigong. But people have invented, just because their students are becoming bored with standing Qigong. If you become bored with standing Qigong, then you're not doing Qigong. You cannot possibly get bored with standing Qigong. It's simply because you're still far too physical, and you're thinking about other things, and you want to be doing things. You're not thinking about the great deal of things that are happening internally when you're doing Qigong. Once you get to that level, Qigong cannot possibly be boring. Qigong imparts on us abilities far beyond the realms of mortal man. It really does. It doesn't give you the ability to touch someone and have them fly off 30 feet. That is impossible, and everyone who does it, I have proved those that I could get to be charlatans, and there are other people, thank goodness, going around the world now, literally taking a page from my book and going up and fronting these people saying, do it to me, not just your students, thanks. One guy's even just walked up to this guy who was throwing his students all over the place, and he walked up to him and he said, I'm going to pour a glass of water over your head. Just don't let it touch your head. So he walked up to him and poured the water over his head. And of course he couldn't bounce it off. Now, if you can't do that, if you can move such a complex thing as a human being 30 feet away, just going like this and make them fall on the ground, water is much more simple, so you can do it with water as well. And he couldn't, of course, so he then proved him to be a charlatan as well. And as I keep saying, when you ask these people to do it to you, they say, oh no, I can't do it to you, my Qi will kill you, my students have been trained. What a load of crap. So, but Qigong does impart some things internally, small things. It's like small frame form. You can't see the movements of small frame form. Externally, you cannot see what Qigong does for people, and you can't see the so-called supernatural things that people can do, because they're so small. Only the person who is an advanced level of Qigong knows that they happen, and when it affects someone else, then that person has proof that those things happen, of course. Things like picking up the phone and saying, hello, so-and-so. They say, how did you know it was me? Oh, I didn't. I just said hello, so-and-so. You see? That's amazing, isn't it? Things like you tell someone to do something and they say that happened to them 2 days ago. Things like that. All of these things can be, people call supernatural. They're not supernatural, they are natural. But with Qigong, we learn to do these things. And quite often in people's Taiji training, people get disgruntled and they give up after 10 or 15 years because they're looking for all the wrong things. They're looking for Superman. They're looking to be able to go and knock someone down. That doesn't happen. They're not looking, they can't see the wood for the trees, in other words. They can't see the supernatural things, or I call them natural things, that they will be able to do practicing Qigong at an advanced